Hello everybody, welcome along to round 3 of the RRLeagues and PitStop UK mashup. The 2021 GT World Challenge coming tonight to you from Kyalami. Free practice is just about to end. You can see 20 seconds left on the clock. Quick look at the timing charts. Who's at the top? Mr. Camaletto. 2 wins from 2 in the last 2 races. And now sits currently quickest in practice by a quarter of a second from Nico van Hulk. Great performance from Nico. Getting that Bentley up to second. Weiser and Rosendahl up there in the Porsches. Porsches really like it around Kyalami, so no surprise to see those two near the top of the charts. Adrian Softic is a guest driver, but one of the Maniac team drivers from PitStop UK, so good to see him up there in 5th, or the PitStop UK side of the garage, should I say. And then we go down through the field and you can see there, good to see Antonio delivering that Lambo, getting up to 10th. Well played to you, sir. Cars that are struggling around here, you can see Mercedes right down, Robert Horvath, David Dorr right near the bottom. Those two normally up near the front somewhere, but struggling around here. Also the McLarens of Fillingham and Arella down there in the bottom half of the top 20, as they struggle to get those around there as well. You can see Bentleys and Porsches. And the Aston Martins seem to be fairly near the top. Schultz there in the McLaren though, managed to get his up to 11th, so not all bad news. But yeah, if you look at the first what, 15 cars or so, pretty much dominated by Lexus, Bentley and a couple of Porsches up there as well at the top. So yeah, all to play for. Just got 3 minutes now while the drivers get their cars sorted out for the race. That will include refuelling, making sure they've got the right tyres on. Weather looks okay. So out they go for qualifying. There we go. There is Nico van Hulk in that rather nice black and purple Bentley. I was trying to think of another word for purple, but it's just basically purple, isn't it? So we'll go with purple. Chasing around 50 drivers or so booked in for this series. How many have we got in server today? Let's have a look for you. He said. And we've got out on track, might be easier to see. 33. 33 in tonight's server, which I think is exactly the number we had last week as well. So decent grid, not too many cars, be enough to make it a decent racing. So good luck to all the drivers out there today. You can see Camaletto there going around in the rather distinctive, I always get a bit slaughtered as to what colour this car is. Not that one, that one. Should we just say it's Camaletto's Bentley? Be easy, wouldn't it? I mean, it's kind of like a rose-coloured gold thing going on, shimmering in the evening dusk of South Africa. Even though it is 3:06, you can see it's actually quite murky there. So we'll wait to see what the weather holds for us. I don't think we can actually get that on our... Do we get that? Let me try something else. Let me try a little bit of... That doesn't give it to us, does it? Nope. I was hoping that would tell us. Oh, there we go. So track temperature 22 degrees. Cloudy for the next half an hour. Obviously this will change from today until race tomorrow, in game time that is. You don't have to wait for the race tomorrow, it will be on in about 20 minutes time. A couple of cars kicking up a bit of dirt there as they go round through the barbecue corner. In fact, go and find someone we can go on board with a lap with. Yeah, ACC always seems to freeze up at 2 or 3 corners on here. I don't know what it is, but it always seems to pick it up. Where's UC Kaki on track? Any idea? Anybody? There he is. Just coming up the hill, so A little while for him to go. Where's Mr. Rosendahl? Just a bit behind him. Why is that? A bit further back. Come on, find somebody. Where's RRLeagues? Blimey, they're all in a queue. We might as well stick with Jack then, mightn't we? Right hand drive, don't forget the Bentley. Just coming up to the final corner to start a new lap. Looks like either Weiser or Rosendahl in front of him. Could be Rosendahl. So down they come, down through the kink, down to turn number, it's called number turn 2, but basically turn 1, Crowthorne, arguably the hardest corner on the track. We'll go through there, up through the sweep, turns 3, 4 and up to Barbecue at 5, arguably the hardest corner on the track. You can see, even the big guys get it wrong there. So Camaletto passed, he'll come up to Sunset, a big long sweeping right-hander. Another difficult corner, arguably the hardest on the track. As you can see there, even Jack get that one wrong. Up to Clubhouse, 120 degree left-hander. I mean, that is probably the hardest corner on the course. And then down through this sweeping left-hander where it falls away from you. Grab that left-hand curb, grab that right-hand curb, let it swing out towards the right-hand side. Up the hill you drag to come to a Le Coupe. A hairpin that opens out on the exit. You can see you can get onto the gas pretty early. It just loops round and then you'll come down the hill through the fast sweeping mine shaft. And they'll come down to what is known as the Crocodiles here, turn 13 and 14. Really hard to get this one right. Get that inside curb, let it swing out, and then down to what is the hardest corner on the curb, on the course rather. Watch that inside curb. Don't hit it or you'll end up in the crowd. Brake at the 50-yard marker. There you go. Sweep round. You see how old I was in yards. They're metres apparently now, someone told me. And across the line goes Camaletto. We're going to get a time. No, we're in the wrong HUD. Let's get the HUD back. We are in the right HUD. Thank you. So you can see that Adrian Sotich, he's got his name back to front, that's why he's Adrian up there. Adrian! Schultz up there in that McLaren, look that, P2 currently, a 40.7. Rosendahl, Mead, Van Holt, Pavlicek, Weiser and Camaletto. Sure he got that last lap a little bit balky on this corner, gets it right this time though. There's that sweeping corner we're talking about down the hill. Catches both curbs nicely and then up the hill. Then it can run wide there but not too wide. And brake at the top of the hill and sweep round to the left but get the gas on early. You can see there all part of one corner but it does allow you to get on the gas nice and early. Down the hill they go. Sweep left, full throttle through there. And then straighten it up for this right-handed 90-degree corner, well 920 degree corner, swings right around. You can see that curb looks pretty innocent, doesn't it? Well, don't catch it or you're in trouble. And then down to the final corner, like that inside curb. It's always a bit more tighter than you think it is there. And over the line goes Camaletto. Improvement. He immediately goes down a couple of places from Usikaki's time just behind him. So Camaletto, quickest in practice, currently sat 6th though. And he's parking that one up while he has another look at what he can do. There's Mark Rosendahl though. Well, we've got Mark. Let's go through the current standings of the championship. I say, Jack. There you go. I told you it was arguably one of the hardest corners on the track. Mark proves it for us. There's an Audi at the top of the sweep as well. This is Marcel Weiser, teammate of Mark Rosendahl. He's pulled that one off as well. That's not enough for him, so he'll be back to the garage. Where is James Mead? There he is, teammate of PStopUK. Currently sat 5th and 7th for teammates there. Very consistent performance from James. But speaking about consistent performances, let's get back to the championship. Jack Camiletto, 2 wins from 2. Currently sat on 220 points, leads the championship by some margin from David Dahl, who's had a P5 and a P4 at Suzuka and Zandvoort, respectively. Sat in 3rd, James Mead, 6th and a 5th as well, consistent. Mark Rosendahl was leading right until the second last lap, with Jack Camiletto pushed him all the way. The two came together at 130R. Rosendahl ended up in the tyres, came back to finish 10th. With the P3 last time out, he'd be looking to really push home here and try and get back some of that advantage that Camiletto's got. Nico van Hulk finished 8th and 8th, obviously going quick again today, so look forward to seeing Nico climb the championship standings as well. Marcel Weiser, remember, had that battle with Robert Horvath in that terrible conditions at Zandvoort, ended up finishing P15 after his P2 at Suzuka. He sits in 6th. About 65 points behind Camiletto, so can be made up, but it's quite a gap already. We're only 2 races into the season. PStopUK in 7th, Florian Schultz down there in 8th. In fact, Schultz and Binnersley on the same points total on 141, and Callum Morgan down there in 10th. Callum in a 3-way accident before the start-finish line even got going. Before the race even got going at Zandvoort. We missed it on the stream, but further back in the field, all manner of hell let loose. A number of drivers had their races curtailed at that point, so hopefully with the conditions a little bit better tonight, we shouldn't have too many issues on that big long straight down to the first corner, although it is quite a hard stop down at turn 1, so let's hope they can all get through there and up through the sweep. There's always normally something happens either at turn 1 or turn 4 as they hang a left to start the back straight, but we'll see what happens. Guys are all experienced now, raced together for some time, so we're trying to get 33 GT3 cars through. First few corners is always going to be difficult, but let's hope they don't try and win it in the first minute. It is a 90-minute race, don't forget, tonight, so they will be busy boys and girls. One mandatory pit stop tonight, but they must take, I believe, tyres, I think. So they will be coming in to stop probably around. Some of them do like to run it late, put as much fuel in as possible and run it late on. So pit stops will be strategic more than anything else. James Mead, great lap there, currently sits in 2nd, behind Softich. Rosendahl 3rd, Vongler 4th, Radek Pavlicek up to 6th, struggling in practice, but obviously finding his pace now. And if you look at those times, 23 drivers on the TV tower covered by less than a second. That is ridiculous. That shows you the quality of this field and just how close these guys are going to be racing today. Every, I have to say and take it easy at the start, every 10th is going to count here tonight. So they want to get their pit stops right, they want to get their corners right, apex is hit, lap after lap after lap, and the most consistent driver, if they all stay on that kind of pace anyway, will end up coming out on top of the cake. So Pavlicek just coming around to finish his lap. Curve. Oh, there you go. Told you. That's what that curve does to you. Carry any pace through there and it'll spit you out over there. And that gravel trap can't be big enough for the amount of cars that have been through it. Don't plant daffodils in there, they won't grow. So Pavlicek will have to start another lap to improve. 7 minutes, well, 7.5 minutes still to go, so still plenty of time to get those laps in. Currently a PitStopUK side of the garage whitewash at the moment. Softich, Mead, Rosendahl, Weiser, Van Hulk, Schultz, all from the PSUK stable. Pavlicek is the first of the RR Leagues guys with Camaletto. Horvath, Forsberg, Morgan. Well, to be fair to Callum, he does drive for both. So, but then looking down at the other guys, you've got Dutz, Kaki, Wagner, Leach, Sweden, Cleaver, Bulk. So yeah, PitStop UK putting up a good show here. Obviously one of their tracks they play their joker on. Oh, Leagues boys, not something to catch up on here. Here comes Pavlicek. Let's get the other view up so we can see exactly where he is in time wise. So he's already a couple of tenths down, unfortunately, on this lap. So I say already, he's nearly finished it. Doesn't bite the curb this time, runs it out. There's a lot of time to be made in that corner if you can get as close to that sausage as possible. Reddick's going to come across here. Another consistent lap for him. It's going to be 140.8. 140.9 actually. Only a tenth off his best, but I say consistency. That will get you places tonight. So Aaron Cleaver in the Audi. We saw him, I think, at the top of the hill, didn't we? Just giving up on a lap there. He's currently in P7. Who haven't we looked at today? We've seen Nico van Holcomb. He's just about to start a lap. Currently sat in 6th, remember, second in practice. So we'll see what happens as he throws the cart round here. Yep. About on pace with his best. Comes this swinging right-hander. Drag it over to the right, and oh, he's gone wide there. That lap will be deleted. But that won't count. He'll have to go round again. Aaron Cleaver's out, so he's on a warm-up lap. That's good to see. So he should be out on his quick lap soon. What else have we got? Ryan Leach raced really well in those atrocious conditions over at Zandvoort. Currently sat 13th here in qualifying, but just 4 tenths off the pace. I mean, that's ridiculous. 13th and 4 tenths. Wow. So you can jump a few places on the grid here if you can find a 10th. We're in the top 10 now, covered by 2 tenths. That's mental. So here goes Leach. Currently green, but only just a half a tenth up currently. View from the body cam. Bang on pace with his best lap. Bites that inside curve, runs it up the hill. Keep it off there if you can, get better traction. Up to the top of the hill, past the marshal's post. Keeps a little bit of power through there, that's nice. That's picked up another half a tenth. Down the hill. Sweep left. Bite that inside curb. Oh, on the brakes, roll them off as you come round the corner, and then full power. Just lost a half a tenth there. Biting, oh, get through, good lad, go on, that's it. Hard on the brakes at 50 metres, bring it down, straighten the car round, and gas on. So he's found a tenth and a half there, just losing a bit on the pull. Improves, but in fact he's dropped to 14th. A couple of other drivers have managed to get in there before him. That's enough for Ryan. He's had enough. Pulls it over. He won't get another lap in. So his best is going to be 14th. James Meads managed to beat it past Softitch. He's on a quick one again. He's got that R8 in front, who does pull over, to be fair. That might have been Aaron Cleaver. But you can see Mead lost half a second there. Camaleto's managed to push it up to 6, just behind teammate Pavlicek, who sits in 5th. You can see just a drop a gear just to get the car turned, then straight back into gear. First gear, rotates the car. He's going to get one more lap in here, is James Mead. So he currently sits P1. Less than a tenth behind Nico van Hulk, showing that pace he had in practice. Softitch sits in 3rd, Roosendaal 4th, Pavlicek, Camaletto 5th and 6th, Kaki 7th, Wise at 8th. All the household names are there. Just behind them, Cleaver's in 9th, Schultz in 10th, Dweet's in 11th, Morgan 12th, Wagner's 13th, Leach 14th, Robert Horvath 15th, Jas Forsberg 16th, Antonio De Leva down there in 17th, Bennesley 18th, M. Tweed 19th, Schmedegaard 20th, Arella down there in 21st, 7-time champion with RRLeagues, 21st currently, David Dorr 22nd. Remember, where was David last time out? P4. Bulker 23rd. In fact, James Mead's pulled that over now, so let's go and find if we can find somebody else. Is De Leva on a lap? No, De Leva's in the pits. Forsberg on a lap. Forsberg's on a lap, slightly. In fact, he's bang on his pace, so we'll stick with him. Where were we? Fillingham 24th. Nigel Wood 25th. Teixeira 26th. Magyar 27th. Nemanja Manojlovic 28th. Welcome to the championship, Nemanja. Good to see you. Fredrickson 29th, and Jazz has pulled that one off. James Tomlin's in the pits in 30th. Jim Britton in that Honda NSX that he absolutely hates. Down there in 30th. Petr Pek 31st. Mr. Parry down back in 22nd. Good racer. Keeps trying. And there's your 5 seconds of TV time for you. Good day, it's Dale Parry. I know what it's like, mate, because that's why I'm normally sitting. Trying me nuts off. Can't understand why everyone's 3 seconds of that quicker than me. Because I'm doing everything they do. Good luck, sir. Have a good race. But there's your pole times. James Mead is going to sit on the front row with Nico van Hulk. Adrian Softitch in 3rd, from Roosendaal in 4th. Pavlicek and Camaletto 5th and 6th. Is Van Hulk on a lap? No, he's in the pits. Softitch is on a lap. It's close as well, just a 10th down currently. So we'll keep an eye on that, just in case. Oh, he's lost a little bit more time through there. That wasn't particularly quick through there either. So unless he has a miracle final corner, it was good. I mean, it's not good enough, I'm afraid. Softitch won't improve. He'll stay 3rd. So there we go. Mead, Van Hulk, Softitch, Roosendaal, Pavlicek, Camaletto, Jussi Kaki, Marcel Weiser, Aaron Cleaver, Schultz, Dutz, Morgan, Wagner, Leach, Horvath, Forsberg, De Leva, Bennesley, M. Tweeden and Schmedegaard. We go down through the field. Can we go down through the field, please? Nope. Switch sessions, that might help us. Here we go. Yep, it's only difference at 23 again. So, Forsberg, David Bennesley, Sweden, Schmedegaard, Arella, Dorr, Bulker. Fillingham finished 24th. Nigel Wood finished 25th. Teixeira 26th. Magyar 27th. Manojlovic and Fredrickson 28th, 29th. James Tomlin 30th. Jim Britton 31st. Petr Pek in that Ferrari. Some days he's absolutely brilliant. Other days he's 32nd in a 33-man grid. And Dale Parry there at the back. Good luck to you, sir, in the race. There we go. 2 minutes to go. Go and squeeze your tea bag. cafetiere your coffee or crack open a new one. I'm going to have a jelly baby while I'm waiting. That's how I live. A jelly baby and San Pellegrino. Trust me, if you want the recipe, email me after the race. Where are we? Let's see who we got in the YouTube chat. Oh, quite a few. Look at you guys. Martine Kennons. Good to see you as always, Martin. Thank you for joining us as always. McFriedich. McFriedich? Is that an L in there? McFriedlich. There we go. Yeah, he's on about my yards and metres again. I'm just old, man. Give me a break. 55 seconds. Bum, 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 bum. Hope you've had it all. I said, do you know what? While you're waiting, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. There's 5 people watching. I've got 3 likes. So someone isn't pulling their weight in the chat. Give us a like. And if you're watching this after the race, give us a like. Don't say, oh, I just scrolled past it. I was looking for the race start. Don't care. 200 views last week. 17 likes. What's that about? Come on. So engines are started, timing is going down. There'll be a little short formation lap around that final couple of corners. We'll go as always with the helicam shot. Guys, after the incidents that happened at Zandvoort last time out, been told this time to keep within your grid slots. You can see already some of them seem to be struggling with that. And they come down now and pick up their places, which is good. So around they come for the start. That's James Mead in the Aston on the left, Van Hulk in the Bentley on the right. And they come down straight. A few cars out of line down there, but they'll come through. There's the red lights. Leaders go over. They go green.
Green light. Go, go, go.
I'll be inside. Looks like that's Roosendaal. Van Hulk goes on the inside. Poor start from Mead. He's going to get caught 3 abreast there in the middle, but manages to squeeze it round in second. Further back, all looks pretty good back there. Can't see any issues further back. Oh, one spun round there at the back. Up they go through turn 4. They all get through there. Oh, Ferrari up the inside of that corner. New cars all getting a bit leery at the back, but it's all good so far. Up front though, Nico Van Hulk leads in the Bentley at Kyalami, round 3. Van Hulk from Mead. Roosendaal got a cracking start, sits in 3rd. Pavlicek 4th. Softitch in 5th. Camaretto 6th. Kaki 7th. Cleaver 8th. Wagner and Weiser. Weiser had a poor start there. He's down to 10th. Schultz and Morgan. Lutz and Forsberg, Leach, Binnersley, Horvath, and Tweed, Dorr, Smedegaard, Arella, Believer, and Petter Peck up to 23rd. Cracking start from Petter, I told you, he had pace. And there we go. And then they come. Van Hulk got some pace there at the start. Name's me, keep him honest though. You can see behind them Roosendaal, then the Paradigm Shift guys, Pavlicek and Camaletto. As they come through the final corner at the end of the first lap, Van Hulk leads from James Mead, Mark Roosendaal 3rd, Radlik Pavlicek 4th, Jack Camaretto 6th, Adrian Softitch 6th, Jussi Kaki 7th, Cleaver 8th, Wagner 9th, Weiser there in 10th. Mead deep into the corner there, later on the brakes as that Bentley heaves its way to some kind of stop. To turn 4, swings it through. That's a wide line from Van Hulk. That'll allow Mead to close up. There's no overtaking spot here really. It stops out to have a look anyway. Through there they go. Van Hulk and Mead. Roosendaal runs wide again through there. Go through. Just saw Rick Bennersley there, currently sat in 15th place. White and pink Bentley, unmistakable. And Holt comes to the top of the hill, and the hairpin gets the power down, and down the hill he goes. And Hulk, Mead, Rosendahl, Pavlicek and Camaletto. Camanetto's got Softich right behind him. And you can see the gaps on the TV tower. Kaki there in 7th, close up, but after that there's a gap of a second and a half as James Mead looks at the inside here. Fair play to Nico van Holt, gives him plenty of room. Pavlicek runs wide behind, but through the final corner they go again, side by side. Oh no! Oh no! Van Holt gets tapped and tagged, and he's now got to wait. Oh, Nico van Holt, what a shame. Look at that, the poor guy is just sat, he can't do anything until the whole field goes past. Mark Rosendahl flipped him round on that final corner. Van Holt had to go slow through there. He had James Mead on his outside, didn't have the pace. Rosendahl didn't anticipate it and turned him around there at that final corner. Oof. One person who's not going to be complaining though is James Mead, currently out in front. Rosendahl slipped back to 5th after that. Camaletto up to 2nd. He's dragged Softich through behind him. He saw Pavlicek run wide in that penultimate turn and get himself on the gravel. So he's dropped back to, well I say dropped back, he's actually gone up to 4th, but only through the escapades of Rosendahl and Van Holt. And currently Nico van Holt sat down there in 33rd, and he will be shitting himself there. Absolutely fuming. Nico van Holt. Still, he's got pace. There's still 85 minutes to go. Pit stops and everything. He can still do something here, but yeah, that's really unfortunate for Nico. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the race. I say he's obviously got the pace, so we'll see what he can do from there. Meanwhile, James Mead comes around that fateful final corner. And down the straight he goes. Followed through by Camaletto, Softich, Pavlicek, Rosendahl, Kaki, Weiser, Wagner, Schultz, Morgan, Forsberg. Forsberg up to 11th. Nice driving from Jazz. Dutzer in 12th. Bennersley up to 13th. Dora up to 14th in the Merc. Red up to 15th in the McLaren. Leach 16th in the Aston. Schmedegaard, Teixeira, and Tweeden, Wood, Fredriksson, Magyar in 22nd. Milanovic up to 23rd. Good stuff, boys. Yeah, I know Martine Kennan's in chat there just saying a terrible place to lose it as well in that final corner because you can't see what's coming around there. You've got your track map and all you're going to see is dot after dot after dot just coming all the way around. You're just going to wait for all of them. So, yeah, really good sportsmanship. But as Clive Britton says, you did the right thing. The only thing you can do in that situation, even though it absolutely destroys your race. Anyway, enough of the misery. James Mead is laughing. He's currently out in front, leads by a second from Camaletto. Softich just behind him with Pavlicek. Rosendahl, not sure, but perhaps the perpetrator of that incident in 5th. Kaki in 6th. Weiser there in 7th. From Wagner 8th. Schultz in 9th. Callum Morgan up to 10th. Driver we haven't seen today. Nemanja Milanovic going to look at him. He's having a battle there with Dusan Magyar. Blimey, that's that San Pellegrino repeating on me. So there's Milanovic in the R8. Magyar in the NSX. And there goes Milanovic. Oh, I thought he got past Magyar then, but he Honda, plenty of pace down the straight. Milanovic can have a look up to the inside into turn 1. Can he get it turned? Magyar's going to come back at him, and the outside, the two go side by side up to turn 4. In fact, Magyar holds the position. Nice driving both of them. See, just shows you, even down the field, we're talking 22nd and 23rd here, and that's the level of racing you're getting. So Nico van Hulker's going to have his work cut out to get through the field, even with his pace, unfortunately. But Van Hulk already up to 31st, next on his target, Jim Britton. Further up front, this is Dutz and Binnersley behind him, and then Dorr and Ryan Leach behind him as well. You can see the gap that's opened up between Callum Morgan and Moritz Dutz. There's quite a gap there. Callum was really close at one point, so I don't know what's happened there. There's been a little small incident. Not sure. Anyway, Morgan's up to 9th. In fact, yeah, there was a McLaren up there, wasn't there? Where's that gone? Was it Schultz? I think it was. Schultz is up there, but he's now dropped down. He's currently sat in 17th, so obviously been involved in something there. It'd be handy if I had the highlights working, wouldn't it? Just get rid of all of these old ones. Right. See if we can get the highlights going. Front, lead Camaletto. Soft-titch keeping Camaletto honest. Have to check keeping soft-titch honest. Honest he is. Rosendahl in 5th. Kaki 6th now. Miser up to 7th. Only 10 minutes gone. Still another 80 to go. Have a look at the Jussi Kaki battle further back. There we go. That's Rosendahl just in front. Jussi Kaki he's sat in 6th, and behind him teammate of Rosendahl, Marcel Weiser, in 7th. So currently in a maniac sandwich is Jussi Kaki. Weiser runs wide out the final corner. That's fine. You won't gain any time for that. To the first corner. And some of these cars probably fueled right through as far as I can get through the race. So their pit stop will be as brisk as it can possibly be. A slight amount of damage on the front of Rosendahl's car from that incident with Van Hulk earlier in the race. So I should imagine that Porsche isn't handling as well as he would like it to. Kaki just having a look there on the inside of Rosendahl as they came to the top of the hill. Now they'll plunge down. These 5, Rosendahl, Kaki, Weiser, Wagner and Morgan, all in close attendance. Ahead of them, the front 4 of Mead, Camaletto, Softitch and Pavlicek. You can see them just going through there. We've got a gap for about 3 seconds on Rosendahl. And down they come, all 5 of them. Let's go look at it from Callum Morgan's perspective. They're all going to go 3, 4 wide. They're all looking for space there into turn 1. This could be a train wreck. But no, they're all good through there. In fact, Jussi Kaki, it looks like he's got past. He has. So Kaki gets past. Watch the last 30 seconds. Oh, let's not bother. We know what's happened. So Kaki's through on Rosendahl. Weiser, Wagner and Morgan Just watching from 9th position there. Not getting involved in anything untoward here today. Callum sitting back and taking the strategic approach. Stuart's not too happy with him at Zandvoort and played his innocence. Unfortunately, Stuart's thought otherwise, and handing most of the blame for that first lap incident with Kyalami. Took it on the chin though, as you said. Oh, side by side. Weiser and Wagner. Morgan though, looking to take advantage. Nice driving from him. Keeps it nice and tight. And now Roosendaal and Kaki. Now that Roosendaal doesn't have to defend from Kaki, he can go with him and take that pace up the straight. Mead leads Camaletto by half a second. Good lap last time out from Jack. Milanovic in an accident further back. Let's go and see what happened there. ACC, any time, please. There we go. That's PitStopUK, I think, there. Oh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I think that's Robert Horvath as well. So, Milanovic, Horvath and PitStopUK, all the RRLeagues boys. All getting a bit messy up there at turn 4. Meanwhile, this is the battle for the lead. James Lead and Jack Camaletto, first and second. Softic about a second back in third from Pavlicek. He's a second back in fourth. And a big gap into Kaki, who we just saw get past Roosendaal. That's an on-board shot from James Mead. Look at that lovely clear track in front of him. That's how to drive, isn't it? Just pretend you're on a practice session. This to me is pretty deep into there, like I know. 3 seconds a lap down, Husey. Nice through there, keeps it out the gravel. Brake as late as you can to get it turned, and she does. Meanwhile, Camaletto for the right-hand drive. Let's get that old. I think we've got a bonnet cam. Let's go and see if we can find that. There we go. That's the view from the big old bonnet of Jack Camaletto's Bentley. Distinctive sound of the old brute. Crashing through the gears, Camaletto on his pursuit of James Mead. Softitch just behind racing as a guest tonight is Softitch. But putting a cracking showing up to third. And right, chasing down Jack Camaletto. These three, Pavlicek struggling to hold on there in fourth, but it's just about there. And that gap to Jussi Kaki. Further down the field, Nigel Wood's got Fredriksson and Magyar all over him. Let's go and have a look at that one. There's Nigel in that rather leery Ferrari. Fredriksson right behind him in that blue, black and teal Aston Martin. If I learn nothing else today, you're going to learn colours. Then the NSX there of Magyar, who we saw battling earlier on. Van Hoek up to 24th. Good play from Nico. Making his way back through the field as best he can. Bit between his teeth. Woods managed to just put a little bit out here on Fredriksson. He's got a second. Magyar though. The brakes on that Aston there. It's a funny place to hold the brakes. How long did he hold them for? Once you get on the gas there, and all we saw were brake lights from the Aston Martin. Fredriksson goes wide there, puts it on the gravel. And look, he's right behind him. Antonio D'Oliva's caught right up onto the back of these two. And just behind them, you can see there, Cy Fillingham, who's got Nico van Hulk right behind him. But this is the battle for 23rd. Further back, you can see Jim Britton there with Robert Horvath trying to recover after that incident with Minodovic. Minodovic obviously waited for Robert to regain the position after that clumsy incident there at the top of turn 4. Anyway, as they go through, Mead still leads Camaletto and Softic for checking still in 4th, Kaki still in 5th, so all good up front. Nico coming up against some guys, Fillingham on the RR Leagues staff members. Oh, what's that? Accident there. Fredriksson and D'Oliva, I think that was. D'Oliva smashes into the tyres there. That Lambo's going to need some work. I don't know if we can see that again. Have we got that on the replay? I think we have. Do they come together? I think Fredriksson was in front of D'Oliva. In fact, D'Oliva looks up the inside there. It's a nice move. Oh, and then Fredriksson just goes straight to the back of him. And bang! Poor old Antonio D'Oliva made a cracking overtake there and then gets sent to the wall. And his Lambo is going to be struggling to get round after that huge impact. You can see he can't even get it turned. That's a shame. That is such a shame. So he'll make his way back to the pits for repairs, no doubt. Meanwhile, back up front. Let's just see if we can see it from Fredriksson's point of view. Just to see if he did actually catch him just as bad as we think. So tries to defensive. By this time, D'Oliva's already up down the side there. He is. He's through. Oh, thanks ACC. You're the best. Ridiculous. Camaletto pushing James Mead. They've never been this way round so far in the racing. James Mead's always been behind Camaletto. This is the first time Camaletto's had to chase down James Mead. So this should be interesting. He's got a lot of respect for James, and the interviews he's come in after the races, Jack's always mentioned James as a quick driver and someone he's got to watch out for. Well, that's certainly the case today. Mead leads Camaletto half a second over the line. Adrian Softic just behind there, a second or so. They've just opened the gap out on Pavlicek, a couple of seconds. 5 seconds back now to Kaki there in 5th. Roosendaal, who had that incident earlier on with Van Hulk in 6th. Weiser 7th, Wagner 8th. Morgan still behind him in 9th. And Morris Stutz lines out the top 10. Bendersley still doing well in 11th. Leach, Dortorella, Schmedegard, Schultz, Forsberg, Teixeira, Wood and Magyar round out your top 20. And just behind Dusan Magyar now is Van Hoek. He's got past Fillingham. And Van Hoek is now pushing Magyar. Right hand drive Bentley on an anti-clockwise track. That will help the TV. Jim Britton, Horvath and Manojlovic having a good old battle with Fredriksson back there with 23rd. Deliva is still going around. He hasn't made his pit stop yet, but you can see how difficult that car was to drive when he got to the top of the hill. So he's probably just stretched it out until he can fill it up to the end and get the car home. So go up the hill though. This is Van Hoek and Magyar. Van Hoek stays behind Magyar for a lap. Already pulled out 2.5 seconds on side Fillingham behind. Van Hoek just drops a wheel into the dirt there as he went through that cheetah corner. So we'll leave Nico to his travels. These two still half a second or so apart. Give the helicopter pilot a bit of a break. Go to the trackside cameras. There's your top 4, all on the same part of the track. Mead, Camaletto, Softic and Pavlicek. Good 20 minutes away from at least the first pit stop window. The guys can change whenever they want to. There's no mandatory window. Because you've got a yellow flag somewhere. Callum Morgan's had a bit of an incident somewhere. Let's go and see. Callum is up to 7th though. So it can't have been that bad. Let's go and have a look. Oh dear. What happened there? Was it with Magna? I think it was. Let's go on board with him. The two of them seem to come together after turn 4. And Magna ended up in the wall. ACC is not going to give us enough time to see this, is it? I know it's not going to. No, what a surprise. Magna's in the pits, obviously with a lot of damage there. Can we see it again from Callum's point of view? No, it won't let us. Awesome. Thanks, ACC. That's why Wagner's not in at the top 10 anymore. Kaki up to 5th. Wise to 6th. Morgan now up to 7th. Where has Rosendahl disappeared to? Can't see him on the timesheet. Where is Mark Rosendahl? Has he had a failure? But nothing coming up. Oh, Rosendahl accident. Let's have a look at this one. It's all kicking off today. Kaki, Rosendahl and Weiser. No, we're not going to see that, are we? Will we see it from UC Kaki's point of view? I love when ACC gives you an incident and then shows the 5 minutes beforehand and not the actual incident. We're going to see it. Come on, cameraman, you can do it. Up the hill. No, I've already seen this bit. I don't think this is going to give it to us either. Nope. Just going to have to live and find out what happened there. But obviously whatever happened, it's put Rosendahl out of the race. We'll have a look after the race if we can go on to the replay and check them out. Mark the incidents down. What lap was that? Lap 16. 16 Rosendahl. I'll have a check and see what we can see. Was it Callum Morgan and on lap 15, wasn't it? With who was it? Not Dutes. Was it we'll find it anyway. We'll find the incident. So yeah, a few people shuffled up now into the top 10. Binnersley sits 9th. Ryan Leach sits 10th. Kaki's managed to break away. And Weiser there. Up front, even Camaletto. Still close together. In throw a back marker there. Soft stitch just about to do that as well. That marker pulls right out of the way for P3. Adrian Softitch to go through. Still, James Mead consistently putting out the lap times. Fastest man of track so far, Jack Camaletto. Oh, excuse me. 40.9. No air in his commentary box tonight. Magyar back at it again after Van Hoek made their way past them to get in the way. Now they're back together again. Drivers have 24 hours to submit any kind of submission to the stewards after the race. We have a little cool down period after the race. Submissions open from tomorrow morning, I say for a period of 24 hours. And if the drivers think they've been involved in an incident, whether it's their fault or not, they are requested to submit. So the stewards can have a look at it and deem if any action is appropriate. It's impossible to keep everything clean when you're racing for position, but we do expect respect. And in a couple of instances there I've seen tonight where it's not being the case. Still, 29 drivers still on track. Magyar just pulling away from Finnegan. Finnegan makes a couple of small mistakes. Each one of those mistakes has cost him half a second, and he found himself a second and a half behind Magyar. There's Van Hoek making his way back through the field after that first lap, second lap spin. It took him out of the lead, down to 17th. Just Forsberg currently sits in 15th. He's battling with Schultz, and that McLaren had an incident earlier on, man. That McLaren was sitting quite high up the field. And now Schmedegaard in 13th there in that Betamax Lexus that we so love. The McLaren of Schultz and the Audi of Forsberg just behind. Guess who's behind Jas Forsberg, although 18 seconds behind him. Nico Van Hulk's got a nice clean track in front of him, on his way back to try and catch some of the front guys back up. I mean, when you think about it, it's not a bad drive from Nico, and there's no reason why he can't get into the top 10 tonight if he keeps on that pace and he nails his pit stop. Great recovery drive. That's quite right, Clive. What a drive. Let's see what he can do with it in the last hour or so. No, that's just Forsberg. Schultz and Schmedegaard. Rick Binnersley's got a few people off his chuff as well. In fact, he's got one right up his chuff. That's Ryan Leach, teammate of Callum Morgan. Trying his best to get past the garish Bentley of Rick Binnersley. But there is Morgan just going through ahead of him. Going to jump in Discord chat, see if I can see if anything happened. No. Nothing's talking there, so we're all good. Everybody's at the race, they've gone to calm down. Particularly interested to know what happened to Rosendahl. And he's just stretching out ahead of Leach now. Bentley's doing really well here at Kyalami. Currently sat 2nd, 4th, 9th. Obviously seeing Van Hulk with his pace as well. Circuit obviously suits them. So nothing of the Aston Martins. Currently sat 1st, 3rd and 5th. The gap between Mead and Camaletto up front still half a second, as it's been virtually all right. Well, the last 20 minutes or so. Mead's kept that gap to Camaletto. I think Jack's just content to sit there. He knows there's a long way still to go. Doesn't need to make the overtake just right now. He knows his real fight is with Mead and Softic in 3rd. Possibly Pavlicek in 4th. His other main contenders, and Rosendahl and Van Hulk, either out of the race or effectively out of the race, so or race for the lead anyway. So Camaletto just needs to beat 3 people now: Mead, Softic, Pavlicek, to continue his lead at the top of the table. David Dorr currently sits 2nd in the championship. Currently rotate. Oh no! Oh no! Rick Binnersley will be furious. Ryan Leach will be blushing. And right behind them, here comes Ralph Varela to pick up the pieces. Leach is going to lose a place there to Varela, possibly to Dorr as well in the McLaren. In the AMG. Binnersley didn't lose a place, but he's lost a lot of time, and he's now back in the clutches of Varela. Having said that, he's probably much more content to see Varela behind him than he is to see Leach after that. So Binnersley stays 9th, but you can see up front, in front of him, that's his view. Nice clear track. That's what Binnersley's got to look at. So not all bad from Rick. He's kept his position. Callum Morgan's overtaken by Dutz for 7th, so Morgan slips back to 8th. This is Binnersley's view for 9th. You can see the weather. Binnersley's got his lights on. It's not particularly nice there, is it? Let me see if we get the other weather thing up. Wait an hours. No, I don't need to do that. I need to get into this screen. I need to cycle through them, don't I? There we go. No, just manky clouds. Track temperature's fallen to 20 degrees. Scene of the last spin for Binnersley as he got tagged by Leach. Brickman and Fredrickson have had an accident further back down the field. Let's see if we can see that one. Jim Britton deep, makes the turn. Argument to say that's not a bad pass, but we'll let the stewards have a look at that one if he indeed needs to. Britton is now having another go at Fredrickson. Fredrickson's slow through there. Britton had to get out of that. That's compromised his drive up the hill. Fredrickson, remember, involved in that incident with Antonio De Leva earlier. He was still going round, yet to make his stop, Antonio, so the damage can't be 100% bad on his car, but obviously he took a massive whack into the wall, so we'll have to see just how much repair. I'm guessing it needs quite a lot of repair, and that may be why he doesn't want to come and sit in the pits for an hour. Anyway, Fredrickson and Britton continue to rotate round the circuit. Up front though, Camaletto's right up close now. $50 minutes. Not far off halfway through the race already. James Mead, Aston Martin just in front, leads across the line from Camaletto. Softitch second behind Camaletto. Just go to the helicam and you'll get an idea of the gap. And they are. Softitch a bit deep into turn one though. Gets it rotated round and still carries a pace through. Pavlicek now 4.5 seconds behind these three. Still with the pit stop to go. In fact, UC Kaki, I know Pavlicek's just, I thought saw in the background Kaki up behind Pavlicek, but nope. Just a couple of back markers in the way. Is Camaletto going to have a look here at the inside of Mead? He does. Mead lets him through as well. So Camaletto takes the lead. James Mead didn't make it too difficult for him. I think he was a bit tired of Camaletto sitting behind him. So now he's going to sit behind Camaletto. Just see how much pace Jack's got. Camaletto now leads Mead from Adrian Softitch in third. Pavlicek sits fourth from UC Kaki in fifth. Weiser in 6th, Dutz in 7th, Morgan 8th, Binnersley 9th, Loretta still behind him in 10th, but right behind him. Schmedegaard there in 11th, Schultz in 12th, Forsberg 13th, David Dorr 14th, Van Hulk up to 15th. We seem to have lost Ryan Leach after that incident with Binley. He was circulating just behind Loretta. I can't see him. Oh, he's down in 23rd. He's made his stop as Ryan Leach. So he's fed back in behind M. Tweeden and Fredrickson. But yeah, well, Schultz in 12th, Forsberg 13th, David Dorr 14th. Van Hulk's caught that 18 seconds away. Made it down to 11 now, so managed to catch 7 seconds or so in the last 15 minutes. Great pace from Nico Van Hulk tonight. Schultz actually in the pits now in at McLaren, so it's both Mead and Softitch running a little bit wide through there. That was the corner that he got wrong last lap as well, James Mead, and that allowed Camaletto to have to run as they went through the sweep. Camaletto now just starting to extend from James Mead. Softitch sat in third. Seeing Camaletto running away. We're pushing Mead to get onto the back of him again. We need to get past Mead to keep the fight with Camaletto. Pavlicek, you see, just going through the background there in fourth, not out of it. Team paradigm shift, first and fourth. And that team currently sat in second behind Rosendahl and Weiser. Well, Rosendal's out. by the looks of it. Weiser sat in 6th, so Paradigm Shift looks like they're going to take the lead of the team championship this round if they can continue with this sort of pace. UC Kaki and James Mead, Maniac Refuel team, they currently sat in 3rd, so even they might pass the Mavericks of Rosendahl and Weiser as well. It's all pretty close at the top of the team championship. Robert Horvath and David Dorr, intense racing. They're currently 4th in that championship, but Dorr's down in 13th, and we saw Horvath hold that instant earlier with Manojlovic. He's down in 18th, so Paradigm Shift boys looking good here. This is a view from Softich. James Mead there in 2nd. Softich deep into there, but he'll get an extra drive out of there. Not ideal line though. Kaki and Weiser into the pits. There is Kaki. You can see Weiser in the Porsche there, just ahead of him. Strange because Kaki was shown ahead of Weiser, so I'm not sure how they came into hits behind each other. But those two are now being serviced, so we'll see where they come out. Meanwhile, Camaletto already pulled out 2 seconds on James Mead, and James Mead is being really pushed now by Softich for 2nd, sorry. Softich in 3rd. Just got past, I think Fredriksson's just there behind them, so with that back marker just close these two up a bit. James Mead struggling for pace in this phase of the race. Be surprised to see him come in for a stop. In fact, there you go. Let's Softich through there as well. James Mead just losing a little bit of pace here. An accident for Binnersley. Clive Britton just saying he's had a few punts. Let's go and see if we can see. Please ACC, give us the replay. Oh no, it's Ryan Leach. Oh, it's just the one we watched before, up the hill. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, obviously ACC isn't going to let us see that. What an annoying facility they gave us not to use. Binnersley down to 16th and chewing a wasp. Meanwhile, Camaletto leading Dutz by 20 seconds as Softich, Mead, Pavlicek and Morgan all find themselves on pit road. As Camaletto keeps it going, his usual tactic, run as long as you can. Exactly what he's doing tonight. Saw Mead's pace just dropping off a bit, so guessing Mead, and there he does, comes out of the pits. There's Softich there, Softich just in front of him. So Meads stays effectively 3rd. Softich passed him in 2nd. Pavlicek is down the end of pit road there. Yeah, Mead's already through turn 1. So as you were from Softich, Mead and Pavlicek, effectively 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Camaletto, Dutz and Arella currently sit 1, 2, 3, all yet to stop. Manojlovic is up to 7th, again yet to stop. Weiser stopped, Kaki stopped, Binnersley stopped, Forsberg stopped. In fact, they've all stopped now apart from Magyar down in 18th, Horvath in 19th and Fredriksson in 20th. Top three in Manojlovic. In fact, Camiletto's now in the pits. Just rolls down pit road, so here he comes. Seems to be a good stop. He's on the marks. Car goes up on the jacks. So Moritz Dutz goes through to lead a lap. Pushing at Aston Martin. Gets his name at the top of the timesheets for at least one lap. Morella goes through in second. Camiletto still in the pits there in third. Softitch is coming round. And there goes Jack out the pits. Where's Adrian Softitch? Just come around the final corner. Softitch got the whole length of the straight. Camiletto already down towards turn one. So decent pit in and out there for Camiletto. Really good couple of hot laps. And there is Softitch, not that far behind to be fair, just comes up to turn 4 here. Where is Camiletto? There he is down the straight, so the length of that straight between the two of them, first and second, effectively. Stutz and Morella currently lead but yet to stop. Van Hulk with Schmedegaard. Let's go and have a look at Nico Van Hulk. But he's got past Schmedegaard there on the final corner. So Van Hulk says he's on his way back to the top 10. He's just 10 seconds off David Dorr. Currently running 11th. In fact, Jas Forsberg not that far ahead of him. Forsberg, Dorr, Leach and Schultz all together. Let's go and have a look at that battle. That looks like a bit of a mental one. There is Jas Forsberg sat in 10th. And he's come out in 9th in front of him, so that's a good job from Rick. Rick's back up to 9th after falling down the order there prior to the pit stop phases. So good to see Rick back in 9th. Just Jas Forsberg in 10th. David Dorr behind him in 11th. Ryan Leach in the black and gold Aston in 12th. Schultz just behind them in the McLaren, and they're 9 seconds behind them, Van Hulk. So if Van Hulk can get that 9 seconds back, and I'm sure he can, his target will be Jas Forsberg to get into the top 10. Let's keep an eye on that and see if he can do it. Morella now comes into the pits. In fact, he's not coming to the pits at all. I thought I said he was pitting, but no, he's still carrying on. Morella really stretching the fuel out in that McLaren. Gets his name at the top of the timing sheets now. Really nice car to drive around Kyalami with the McLaren. Not particularly fast, but just very enjoyable. Teammate Fillingham there just in front of him, about to be lapped by his teammate. Fillingham has stopped though. Morella yet to do so. Will he come in this time? He does. Morella dobs in the pits, slams on the brakes. It's that split lane speed limit board, 50 miles an hour. Seems like an eternity in these cars as they thunder past down the straight. With a bit of peace and tranquility for Morella as he finds his pit box. Comes in for his stop. So Morella stops. Camiletto already down the straight and through. So Camiletto takes the lead. He flashes the lights there as he crosses the line in the lead. Not sure who's in front or is he just flashing because he's in the lead. And he's happy. And Camiletto leads Softitch 1-2, 7.7 seconds the gap. And Jack Camiletto looking pretty good to make it 3 out of 3 here. 37 minutes to go. And the likeable Scotsman on his way to a nice triple header of wins in his Bentley. Just noticed in the chat, thank you Martine and Clive. Callum Morgan was knocking him down in 16th place, missed his position in the pits and couldn't get onto the jacks. So he's dropped down a few places. He's challenging Magnus Smedegard. In fact, he's right on the tail of Magnus Smedegard right now. Smedegard in the Lexus, Morgan in the Aston Martin. And through there. Morgan trying for a move that's just not on, up the inside, and the two of them come together. I have to say, that was an accident waiting to happen. Smedegard and Morgan. Smedegard leaving him no room on the inside, telling him not to make the move. Callum just did not pull away from it, and unfortunately rotated them both around. Once again, Callum Morgan involved in a red mist incident. Softitch picked up the pace now. He's falling back behind Camaletto, but he's putting in some blistering laps. So unfortunately, Jack Camaletto's are even more blistering. Driver there, it's not Aaron Cleaver the Audi, is it? I presume that is in Sweden in the Castrol R8. Aaron Cleaver already out of the race, unfortunately for him. Softitch still got James Mead. You see there coming around the final corner. That's not over and done with, as they make their way through the back markers. Softitch gets past the BMW of Bulka, I think it is. Or is that P22? It was, yep. Cliff Bulka there down. Being lapped by Softitch right behind him is James Mead now looking to get past. Mead just gives him a little nudge on the lights. Let me through. Fair play. Cliff Bulka right out of the way. Lets Mead straight through. So Mead owes him a drink at the end of the race, that's for sure. So after your pit stop phase, let me give you a rundown where we are. Camaletto leads 8 seconds ahead of Adrian Softitch in second. James Mead still there in third. Pavlicek still there in fourth. Weiser in fifth. Dutz in sixth. Yusikaki seventh. Benzi finds himself in eighth. Arella finds himself in ninth. What a great drive from Ralph Arella. Speaking of great drives, Jas Forsberg's there in 10th. From David Dorr in 11th. Ryan Leach has climbed back up to 12th. Schultz 13th. Van Hulk still trying to get up the field in 14th. Smedegard 15th after that incident with Morgan. Morgan again on his tail though. If you go back and watch for round 2. In fact, Morgan's got it done already this time. So Morgan passed Magnus Smedegard this time. Smedegard probably just let him through rather than lose 5 seconds. Have we got an instant? Let's go and see if we'll have a look at that instant with Morgan and Smedegard. So that's how I saw it. I might be being a little bit unfair to Callum, so let's have a look and see. It didn't look like Smedegard was going to give him the room. He wasn't. Morgan pushed up the inside there and then tapped him once, tapped him twice. And the second tap spun him around. So, yeah, as we thought. I mean, there's an argument to say Schmedegaard did leave him room on the inside because Morgan managed to get up the inside there and Magnus didn't actually close off the inside space, but we'll have a look back at after the incident. What lap was that on? Got a lot to do after the replay of this one later on. Replay rather. About lap 30-ish. David Dorr pushing Jas Forsberg back in 10th and 11th. You can see Ryan Leach as well, just hanging on to the back of them. Van Hulk's already got the gap back to Schultz down to 4.7. Remember that was 10 seconds odd earlier. So Van Hulk making his way back up. Dorr and Leach are all close together. See the dark McLaren there of Schultz in the background as well. The car ahead of Forsberg is Ralph. Well, it's not Ralph Rella. Ralph Rella is in the blue and yellow McLaren in the front, and we've got the back marker between him and Jas Forsberg in 10th. Schmedegaard still sat behind Morgan. Those two still within a second. And you see Kaki and Weiser close as well, as they have been virtually all race. Kaki, Weiser and Rosendahl earlier on. Obviously Rosendahl no longer with us. Weiser and Kaki have been this way for, I say this way, this close for some time now. They'll take it to the flag like this as well. Kaki going to have a look up here. No, still too far behind. James Mead's showing a bit more pace in this phase of the race. He's right behind Softitch now. It's a shame he couldn't keep Cameretta and Softitch behind him in that middle phase of the race, because he's done a grand job holding them up while he was losing the pace, but fortunately just let them both pass. Now finds himself in third, but back with a bit more speed under his right foot. And now Softitch under extreme pressure from James Mead. Mead though, so far in this series, all we've seen is respectful driving from him. Whether he's being passed for the lead or being challenged for 6th and 7th, always been showing what an excellent racer he is. So Softitch will be comfortable knowing that he's not going to get any lunges coming up on him. Famous last words. But I don't think that's the kind of guy James Mead is. but he will have to get aggressive if he needs to get past it. These two pretty much mullered on pace at the moment. Meanwhile, up front, Camiletto stretched the lead now to 10 seconds over these two. And these two have got 6 seconds over Pavlicek in fourth, so... Oh, James Mead just got that wrong there on the inside as he went down the hill through the sweep. Just lost half a second there. But he should be able to pull that straight back onto the back. Soft titch again. I was going to say it might have been James Mead's tyres at the end of that stint, but Softtich is also in the Aston Martin as well, so unless the setup is significantly different, I should imagine the wear rate would be something similar. They're both aren't they smooth drivers with the same sort of style. It just seemed that James Mead lost a lot of pace as we came up to the 40-minute mark it was. Camiletto managed to crawl past, well not crawl past him, to clamber over him, and not far behind him. Softtich did that as well. This is another accident, Schmidt-Lagarde and Morgan. I hope it's not the same one. I hope it's the same one rather that's come up, and I haven't just cleared it off. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Sorry to put you through this again. Just have another idea though. Go look at it from Morgan's point of view. No, we're not just going to see it, are we? Oh well. Let's delete that. We've seen it 100 times. We'll look at it after the race. But Morgan's now away from Magnus, so that battle gone for now. Van Hulk got past Schultz. He's now up to 13th. And there's the top 10 just there. You can see Jazz Forsberg now in his sights as Van Hulk looks to retain some points from what's been a really unlucky race for him. I mean, he's driven superbly since lap 2, and he drove superbly to lap 2. Just that really unfortunate incident there at the final corner between him and Rosendahl had him facing the wrong way as the field went past him. But Van Hulk currently sits looking at a top 10 finish if he can catch those 3 cars ahead of him and get past them. Forsberg, Dorr and Leach. Interesting when he gets there. We'll keep an eye on that one. Eden and Softtich still close together, up there in second and third. In fact, you know what? Let's go and have a look at that Forsberg, Dorr, Leach battle. That's about to become Forsberg, Dorr, Leach and Van Hulk. Can't see Nico Van Hulk in the background. There he is. You'd have all 4 CBs and everything on the front, wouldn't you? Blaring out, I'm coming! Of course, Forsberg, Dorr and Leach don't actually know what's happened with Van Hulk today. And are completely unaware of the pace he's got, but they won't be when he's on their backsides in 3 laps' time. Say Jazz Forsberg doing really well tonight, really getting back into sim racing now after a break away, really getting used to that Audi round, especially around Kyalami here. Just a very good race today. can see Van Hulk. Look at that. That's how close he is now. I mean, there's been some excellent performances today, none more so than Jack Camaletto currently sit at the top of the timing sheets by 11 seconds, but Nico Van Hulk, what would have been between him, Softic, Mead and Camaletto would have been awesome to watch. As it is, he's just having a arrive and drive day to see how many cars he can overtake in 90 minutes. Saw Rilla go through under your screen. He's 5 seconds ahead of these three. Van Hulk now under 2 seconds behind these guys. Who was that going wide through there? Was that Leach? I think it was. Yeah, it was Ryan Leach getting his tyres dirty as he went wide. And sweep up the hill. It's just pushed him a little bit off the back of David Dorr and a little bit closer to Nico Van Hulk. As this battle is now a four-way battle for the 10th position. And just behind them you can see Schultz as well in the McLaren just hanging on to the back of Van Hulk. But Hurricane Van Hulk is about to hit Forsberg, Dorr and Leach. It's taken 2 laps to close down 5 seconds. Should we go and have a little dash cam with Nico Van Hulk? Because I tell you what, there's going to be on to watch today how to drive this circuit, apart from Jack Camaletto. It's going to be Nico Van Hulk. To commentate the race, recently at Paul Ricard with the Bentleys. Everyone drives a Bentley, throwing him in the trash after the race. Not here though. So these four all fighting for 10th place. There they go, down the straight. It's Van Hulk in 13th, Leach ahead of him in 12th. Dorr in the orange AMG there in 11th, Jas Forsberg in the R8 leading them through in 10th position. Well, Van Hulk looked to make his move. Answers in the comments, please. We'll see if you're right, but be quick. I don't think it'll be long. Van Hulk up the outside to come to the top of the hill. Follows Leach round though. Down the hill. Ahead of these, Ralph Rella 6.4, so if Van Holt can get past these three within the next 5 minutes or so, there's no reason why he can't chase down Rella in 9th. But he's going to have to dispatch these three one a lap at least. Here we go, down the straight. Caminetto leads from Mead. In fact, Mead's got ahead now of Softitch, so Caminetto leads from Mead. I missed that one as we were watching this one go on. Softitch now in 3rd, Pavlicek 4th, Dutz in 5th, Weiser in 6th, still battling with UC Kaki in 7th, Binnersley in 8th, Arella 9th, and this battle here 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, Forsberg, Dorr, Leach and Van Hulk. And Schultz in the McLaren just in the background in 14th. And a big gap then to Callum Morgan in 15th. He's got Magnus Schmedegaard behind him in 16th, so this is the main action here for 10th. Three in front, not making any mistakes. Van Hulk is going to have to pick them off. But where's he going to do it? Unless he can get run down to turn 1, but the Bentley, not the quickest thing in the field. You'd think with a V24 or whatever it's got in it, it'd be pretty quick, but carrying 7.5 tonne round can't be easy. So you think, well, in that case he's going to have to do it in a corner, but Bentley's not the most nimble thing in the world, so you suddenly start thinking, well, how is it so quick round here? But it is. Leach just gets squirrely out at the last turn. That's going to give Van Hulk a run. Sits in his slipstream. Which way is he going to go? Left or right? My guess is right. I knew Leach should block that braking area off. So he's going to go around the outside here. Leach defends the inside. Van Hulk's going to make him go that way. Can Van Hulk keep it there through here? He can. They're going to go side by side. They bump. Leach unsettled though for 4. Van Hulk is going to have the inside for 5. That all happened because of that little exit from the final corner from Ryan Leach. Nico Van Hulk just waiting for any scrap to come his way, and he's through. So that's one gone. Took him a couple of laps, but he's got one dispersed. And Leach now finds himself being challenged by Schultz in the McLaren just behind him, as Van Hulk hunts down David Dorr. Oh, Tejera, unfortunately, just reading in the chat, unfortunately he had a power cut and he's lost his connection, and obviously rejoining the race is going to give him such a time penalty. Ah, oh, that's horrible. Sorry to hear that, man. I know we always say it's just like real life failures in the car, but it's probably more frustrating when it's out of your control, as it is in the car, I suppose, when the gearbox goes. Not the driver's fault, nothing you can do about it. But yeah, feel for you, man. So I hope you don't mind us staying with this battle. Weiser and Kaki are still at it, but they've been at it all race, so I don't think we're missing much there. I'll jump on it and see if they do. Just see if we can get that overtake with Van Hulk and Leach again, because it was quite a good move. Turn through 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you can see Van Hulk, and they come together there as they push, looking for the exit to turn 4. Van Hulk manages to carry enough speed round there, and ACC won't show you. Carry the speed round there and up through 5. I'll say that all happened because Ryan Leach just didn't get the acceleration out the final corner. Just a small error. Van Hulk was on him like a rash. Unfortunately for Ryan Leach, he's got Schultz right behind him. So So now it's Forsberg, Dorr, Van Hulk, Leach and Schultz behind. Getting very, very close. This is a view from the McLaren of Daniel Schultz. Oh man, I love driving this car around here. This gives me so many good memories. Got to say, the graphics from ACC at this point in time, looking at that, is just incredible. I'll start for the McLaren through there. Same way for Leach in front. Leach just goes a bit wide through there. Oh, the McLaren just almost tried to swap ends. Good catch from Daniel Schultz there, as he saw an error from Ryan Leach. Just tried to take the inside line, but what McLaren you cannot do with it is start wrenching it around mid-corner. Otherwise it will slap your arse. As Ryan Leach just dobs the wheel there onto the gravel. Schultz missing that inside curve and that one as well. It's going to throw him wide, but brings the McLaren in. That's nice. 720S looking absolutely, sounding absolutely fantastic, as it always does. Nice and tight through there. That's nice. You can see why Schultz has been catching Leach. There's the Van Hulk Dorr Forsberg battle. Yoshikaki's still half a second behind Marcel Weiser there, 6th and 7th. Avicek's 2.2 now behind Softic in 2nd. Adrian Softic losing a lot of pace in this stage of the race. Just 10 minutes to go. Avicek looking for a podium. Second last time out, remember, behind his teammate Camaletto. The torrential downpour at Zandvoort. Van Hulk's pursuit of Arello is going to have to come to an end here. Although the gap, yeah, 7 seconds he's got to Arello. So this is for a top 10 for Van Hulk. If you weren't with us earlier, and while we're sticking with him, he was leading the race with James Mead challenging him in the final corner. As they went side by side through there, to obviously limit their pace. And Van Hulk, that's the first mistake I've seen him made today. That's Van Hulk through the final corner. He just got tagged ever so slightly by Roosendaal behind him, and even though it was a Porsche against a Planet of the Bentley, Planet managed to lose orbit and spun round, and he had to wait for the whole field to go past him. So this is from a back of the grid job, and already, I say already, he's made his way up to 12th in good time. Cracking job has Nico Van Hulk, but just such a shame we couldn't see him with the other three at the front, the four at the front to be fair. I think it would have been an epic race. Coming into the early evening now in South Africa, 5:30 in the evening. All the cars with their lights on as the cloud cover intensifies. You've got 10 minutes of rain, have you? Although it doesn't look as manky as it did earlier on in the day, I have to say. Jas Forsberg in that Audi though, been driving immaculately today, as David Dorr comes under a lot of pressure now from Nico Van Hulk. Turn 1, you say. Turn 4. AMG, notoriously difficult to turn. And Van Hulk's going to have a look up the inside here. That's going to make Arella, sorry, me door. Make a bit of an error there. Goes a bit wide into the hairpin. Van Holt's going to have a run down now through the mine shaft. But tucks in behind David Dorr. Dorr actually just pulled out a little bit of space. Nice corner through there. He's obviously just managed to break the... I'll say that. Look at that. Bentley's right back on him again. And now they're going to go all the way down to turn 1. There's the view out the window of the Bentley. Nemanja Milanovic has got a drive through back in 18th. That's going to cost him. Van Holt wrenching that Bentley through turn 4 there. Tried to get away from him, but he quickly grabbed hold of it. You can see the Mercedes of Dorr looking like it's struggling for a little bit of grip. A few corners he's run a little bit wide on. And gone a bit deep into this hairpin last time round. Let's see what happens at the top of the hill now. Forsberg in front. Dorr watching on board with Nico Van Holt. Up front, Camaletto's managed to extend lead now to 12 seconds over James Mead. 2.5 seconds back to Softic there in third. He's got 2.5 seconds on Pavlicek in fourth, and then 9 seconds back to Dietz, Weiser and Kaki still together. Benassi driven a great race, had a lot of bad luck in it, but he's managed to come out of it sat in 8th place, which I think at the end of it you won't be too displeased with, but you'll wonder what could have been. Rella pretty much on his own there in 9th, and then this battle, Forsberg, Dorr, Van Holt. Can Nico scratch his way into the top 10? Driving there from one of the team I do know. They are Parry and Bernardo. It must be Parry because Teixeira we know is out of the race. The RC SRP team. Look how close that Bentley gets through 5. These last 4 minutes are going to be pretty hectic. Van Holt right on the tail now. You can see behind, Schultz has got past Leach as well. Been watching this. David Dorr working a sweat up in that AMG, trying to get it manoeuvred. Van Holt, is he going to have a go this time? No, and Dorr's wise to it this time. Better through there. And there you go again. Van Holt really trying to push David Dorr into an error. You can see AMG quick through that sweep, but the Bentley soon back on it as they go through here. Oh, Van Holt's going to look for a speculative move up the inside. He's getting desperate now. And look behind, Schultz is right behind them now. That's Jens Forsberg. Appears to be the cork in a bottle, but it doesn't look like a cork's going anywhere right now. It's got the cage round it, it's tied up, and he's got 10th place pretty much tied up as well. I'm sure the front guys won't mind me concentrate on this one, this battle. Jack's had a fair bit of TV time already this series. There's James Mead, but these guys, Forsberg, Dorr and Holt, showing... Oh no, just had a touch there as Van Holt tries to bully his way past David Dorr. Getting very impatient now is Van Holt. Dorr not having any of it though. Holt trying every little crack and niche he can try and get that Bentley into. But everywhere he looks, David Dawes AMG right in the way, and then look right behind, Schultz's McLaren really coming to life in this stage of the race. Just 2 minutes to go. This lap and one more. Is that McLaren going to have a look on? Oh, I thought it was. That would have been a bit cheeky. Van Hoek seen nothing overtake him today really, apart from the field of cars and second lap. So across the line they go. So 1:37 left on the clock, so I don't think they're going to get another lap in. This will be this guy's final lap. I think Camaletto will have one more though in front of them after this one. Okay, Van Hulk has got 1 minute to try and force his way past David Dorr and Jas Forsberg. To be fair, Dorr's been looking for a way past Forsberg for some time now.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
There goes Camaletto on his last lap. As Van Hulk and David Dorr go through, literally tied together. He's going to have another look here. Oh no, that didn't work either. Fair play, Nico Van Hulk. He's tried everything tonight to get past David Dorr in these last 15 minutes or so. Hasn't worked. Excellent driving from him, and more importantly, in front of David Dorr, excellent driving from Jas Forsberg, because that's some intense pressure he's been under for what, half an hour? From Dorr and Leach, Van Hulk, Schultz, all of them have pushed them. But these guys are going to come over the line. Jas Forsberg's going to get a top 10 finish here. David Dorr, excellent defending 11th. Fantastic recovery drive from Nico Van Hulk. He's going to come home in 12th. Schultz in 13th. Leach in 14th. So those guys are going to take it back again. I don't think they get to finish this lap, do they? They go off the line with no time to go. Well, it looks like they're still racing. I thought once the clock had ticked down, that was it. Obviously, they've got to follow the leader through then. So they've got another lap to do it. There is Camaletto. There he goes. Just coming around the final corner for win number 3. Totally bossing this series. Jack Camaletto comes over paradigm shift and wins in Kyalami in round 3. James Mead's going to come around the corner. He's got Softich right behind him. But he's going to come home for second. Adrian Softich comes home for third. Pavlicek crosses the line not far behind him there in fourth. Here's the Forsberg Dorr Van Hulk battle again. Van Hulk trying to send a dummy down the outside. David Dorr. David Dorr having none of that though. And still these three rotate. Kaki's come home in 6th. Behind Dutz in 5th. Ahead of Binnersley in 7th. Morella crosses the line in 8th. Visor's dropped down to 9th. So him and Kaki have obviously had some kind of coming together, I should imagine. Although I don't have an accident report from it. So I'm not sure what happened to Visor. We'll see if we can have another look at that. And Hulk tries through the last corner. But doesn't happen. And across the line. This time, Jas Forsberg comes home for 10th. David Dorr. Sorry, for 9th. David Dorr for 10th. Van Hulk for 11th. What has happened to Weiser? Where's he gone? Marcel Weiser not showing on the timing chart, or has he just bobbed out the server quickly? Possibly. But anyway, there's your result. Let me get the timing charts up for you. Thank you. I'll just make sure I haven't done my usual. Yeah, I have got push to talk on, just for if in case Jack comes in and has a chat with us again. He does like a chat after his victories. So I'll wait to see if Jack comes in. But there's your result. Camaletto Mead. Adrian Softitch, sorry, going his name back to front there, lost it for a second. Right, that's session's finished. Should we go back and have a look at some replays while we're waiting? Let's return to the garage. Confirmed. And let's go to the... While we're doing that, guys, if you're still watching, don't forget, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And it might get other people coming to watch us as well. We'll end up coming to us to drive with us, and before you know it, we'll have a 500 car grid. So that's what your thumb can do. So please hit that little button underneath the video for us. Here we go, gallery. Let's have a look. Multiplayer race. Here we go. Should have a look at the highlights. That should pick it up, shouldn't it? 15 minutes of highlights while we're waiting. Just talk it through. Boom, boom, let he say, well, here we go. Here's the start. So you can see there, Nico van Hulk and James Mead. See Rosendahl on the outside there. And a good start. Van Hulk dobbed to the inside. Take that line away from Pavlicek, and they all go around turn one. Van Hulk leading from Mead. So fairly clean start for everybody. All looks good. Softitch there. Amato right behind him. Amato making the overtake. Trying to make the overtake through there. Softitch will come back at him though. But Amato gets it done all through turn 5 and 6. So that was the start of Jack's rise to the top of the leaderboard. So this will be the instant you can see James Mead goes side by side with Nico van Hulk through the final corner. They both have to go a little bit slower, and as they do that, the wrecking ball of Mark Rosendahl just collects Nico van Hulk, and then poor Van Hulk has to sit there and wave at all the other drivers going through. I think I've got to overtake each and every one of these, and I say I have to wait and wait and wait. That's it from Rosendahl's point of view. And supposed to give the place back within one lap, but to be fair to Rosendahl, if he'd have waited for Van Hulk, he'd have been waiting a whole lap. So obviously decided I'll just take the penalty instead, which as it turned out was irrelevant because he didn't finish the race. So that was the incident between Rosendahl and Softitch. Dale Barry just going wide onto the grass there. I guess Bolker's going to try and take advantage of that on the inside. V5. And BMW gets past easily. Nice driving from Pario, letting him through, giving him room. Well done. Horvath and Peck. Let's see what happened here. So Peck late. Was he late on the brakes there? Goes deep, he does. Horvath goes through. Yeah, just a mistake from Peck on the brakes and that Ferrari there. Oh, and that's the instant there with Manojlovic. Oof. That's a shame. Horvath really was a pretty innocent in that. Van Hulk on his way back through the field. This one past Rickard in Sweden. Going to go around the outside of turn 1. Saw Van Hulk do that a couple of times during the race. That Bentley just accelerating really well out of 1 and 2. And as they come through 4, and Tweed's still ahead at this point. And Van Hulk's going to try and... We're not going to see that, are we? Okay, Magyar and Fredriksson. Fredriksson aggressively taking that line on the inside. Magyar takes around the outside. That's nice from Magyar in the Honda. Fredriksson. Oh, really making sure. Aggressive from Fredriksson, to say the least. Oh, here's Rosendahl and Kaki. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it's just an overtake. And at some point, Rosendahl disappeared. I'm not sure where that happened, but we'll have to wait and see. He's still going at this point, obviously. This is the Morgan and Wagner. It's just see, because they just seem to bounce off each other as they went down the straight, didn't they? So let's see what happened. Ah, to be fair, Wagner come right across Callum Morgan, and Morgan's front wing couldn't really go anywhere there. So, well, Wagner, yeah, you need to be a little bit more aware of what's on your inside there. That's what happened there. Boots and Binnersley, I'm guessing Boots get something wrong here because Binnersley's right in the background. Come on, cameraman. And he's coming down towards Cheetah Corner, so I imagine he's going to get it wrong here and end up in the gravel, is it? No. Well, it says overtake Dutz and Binnersley, but Binnersley was about 5 seconds behind him. Oh well, there you go. There's Horvath and Fredriksson. Horvath inside there of Fredriksson. It's like Jim Britton trying to make his way through there as well. Was that Jim Britton in the yellow NSX? If it was, he's given the place back by the looks of it, but fair play. Dor and Arella. Now, I'm guessing this is where Arella overtakes David Dor, because the two of them finished reverse from this position. Here is Arella. Respect from Dor there. Obviously saw Arella had the pace. That's Ralph through, and that's basically where they finished like that. Arella just a little bit ahead of Dor. Forsberg here on Schultz. Remember these 3-4 battling at the end. That's Forsberg, Schultz. That's David Dor in the AMG. That's a nice overtake from Forsberg if he can get it done. Almost. So close racing from those guys all the way through. This is the race lead and winning move from Camaletto. You see me just got it wrong on that corner. It didn't have the pace to take it through, and that's Camaletto through as they go down the sweep. It didn't have the turn in there. Hey Ryan, how you doing, man?
Hi, Mr. Commentator. Yeah, not bad, you?
Decent race, mate, for you in bits and pieces there, wasn't it?
Yeah. I should have had a better result than that. Should have been in the top 10 really, but caught up behind Jazz and
David Dor, and then you had Nico van Hulk chasing you down, didn't you? It was it's a mad 15-20 minutes at the end there for you.
It was, yeah. I had a rear right puncture.
Oh,
end,
did you?
Yeah, made me drop back into the clutches of Schultz as well after oh, what was his name? Bentley.
Yeah, Van Hulk.
Van Hulk, yes. Van Hulk come past me.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it was like 26 PSI in the rear. So,
I think the five of you in the end finished with about a second and a half of each other, all five of you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to get a bit more punchy, so it could give me a bit more of a chance to get involved again. But yeah, they were well behaved. And it made a good watch, actually, from behind.
Yeah, to be fair, we watched it on stream. It was the closest battle on track, and it was a really good watch at the end there. Nico van Hulk was leading lap 2. I mean, I don't know if you saw it. He got spun round at the very start.
Yeah.
And then his race was basically trying to catch up because he had so much pace. But then when he caught up you three, that was it. He had nowhere to go, unfortunately, after that.
Yeah, he was flying. I could see. I was behind David, and I could see him coming behind. He was like over a second a lap quicker.
Yeah.
1.3 seconds a lap quicker. It was inevitable, really.
But anyway, main thing, mate. Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see. I can't say you couldn't say no there because it looked
I
epic
enjoyed
from
the
where you
second
were.
half more than the first half, but yeah, yeah, very good. And yeah, on to Paul Ricard.
Yeah. So halfway through the season, you think it's doing all right so far?
I've made a few too many unforced errors from a personal perspective. I think I should be a little bit higher up in the championship than what I am. But
do you think that's from the pressure of the other guy? Because I was watching like the first, I think it was the first 17 or something within a second in qualifying. I mean, I know you're saying you're making unforced errors, but is that just because of the pressure you're being put under by so many different drivers?
Quite possibly, yeah. The sheer pace of the top 10, even the top 15 is.
Because you can't lose concentration for a second, can you? You're literally on it all the time.
Yeah, split second, and and someone's on it. One mistake, and you've got a queue of cars, behind you waiting. So yeah, the pressure is really high, but still we need to iron out them enforced errors.
Good
start
stuff.
Getting some little bit better results.
Teammate did all right as well for you today as well.
Kyalami, he was running in the top 7, and he in the pit stop it wouldn't track the car.
Yeah, he dropped a lot of places in the pits, didn't he? So
yeah, I think he came up, ended up coming out about in the top 20 somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where, but he fought his way back up. Yeah, he didn't really mention too much. It was quite quiet in chat. Everyone pushing on a bit, but yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, cool. Well, I say on to Paul Ricard, mate. Second half of the season still to come, so you could everything that's happened already can happen your way for the second half. So if you can do a Jack Caminetto, you've still got 3 wins in you, mate.
Yeah, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, that'll take some magic drink, I think.
Yeah, the boy's been immense, hasn't he, this season so far?
He's unstoppable at the minute. But I think the luck's dropped slightly in his way with some of the other guys around him. But that's what it's all about. Don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Keep the fast laps pumping in.
All about consistency, mate. You're bang on there.
Yeah, exactly it. So well done to Jack.
Cool.
He's a tough man to beat.
He is indeed, mate. He is indeed.
Yeah. Cool. I'm going to leave you to it.
Cheers, Ryan. Thanks for bobbing in, mate. And glad you enjoyed it, mate. Better luck next time. And I say decent performance today, mate. But like you said, could have been a bit better. But I think that goes for pretty much everyone in the field, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Best of luck. See you later, mate.
Ta-da. Bye-bye.
So that was Ryan Leach on the PitStop UK team with Callum Morgan. Oh, there goes Bernardo Teixeira through the paddock, never to be seen again. Rest in peace, Bernardo. And all the fans you took with you, and the mechanics and everything else, and the tents, hospitality, everybody. Didn't show us that Fredrickson Deliver incident, did it? That we looked at earlier on the race. I'll have to dog back through that, so it wasn't in the highlights. But I'll have to go back and have a look at that one. In fact, we didn't need. We saw it in the stream, didn't we? Really, Fredrickson just caught his rear bumper there. There's Ryan Leach and Van Hulk. This is the one we saw where Van Hulk hung it out around the outside of 1, stayed there for 2 and 3, eventually got past Ryan in the exit of 4. Hello James, how you doing, man?
Hey, hello. Not bad, thanks.
Good race for you today, mate, as always.
Well, it were better than the other ones that I've had so far. Finally got the decent quality result in.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm just desperate to what happened middle of the race, because you just seen your pace just seemed to drop off in the middle of the race, and then you picked it back up straight away after the pit stops.
I think my tyres, my setup, I made it quite aggressive, and I thought it would be okay. But it's it was just eating away at the end. The last kind of 10 minutes of every stint, it were really starting to drop off, and I was trying to manage that. That's why I just couldn't hold Jack behind. I was really struggling in that bit. But yeah, thankfully, Adrian, the guest driver, being part of one of our teams, he were in comms with me, and we were just constantly doing multi-21 calls to each other, I think, all the way through. So
he's a quick boy as well, isn't
he? He is, yeah.
Yeah. We just say it's a real shame that Nico van Hulk, he got turned round by Roosendaal at the start of the race. He had so much pace, and he made his way back up to 12th in the end, but I'd love to have seen a battle with the 4 of you, or even with Radek, the 5 of you.
That would have been
awesome.
It was intense enough.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I felt that was about lap 2, I think it was. So I make a mistake.
I think you and him went side by side, didn't you? You went side by side through the final corner, and that obviously bled your speed off. And then just behind, Roosendaal just didn't anticipate the change in pace and just turned Nico around. But that was your way then, for 20 minutes at least, anyway. Yeah,
it helped with that. I must admit, I was a bit nervous because I squeezed him a bit, and then we had the tiniest of touches, and then I looked in my wing mirror and I saw that it'd spun, and I thought, oh, please don't tell me that was me. It felt really tiny. It was a tiny little door bump, and I just watched the replay back, and I was like, right, okay, it gets a tap from the Porsche behind. So.
Yeah, no, it wasn't you.
But yeah, I was panicking about that for like the entire race, really, because I really didn't want to cause any issues with him. It was... I really wanted a good battle with him as well, and his pace, everyone's pace in qualifying was actually amazing.
I think it was a top 17 within a second. I mean, that's mental. That is absolutely mental pace.
Yeah, and I ran out of fuel with about the last 2 laps available to do it, so I just had to sit in the pits, and I was just thinking, I don't know what's going to happen. I could stay there, or I could drop to 10th. I really don't know.
Wow. Mate,
but it was an amazing race.
It was amazing, mate. And you do some luck because you've not had the best of it over the last couple of races, have you? I mean, you're hanging around and hanging in there, but it hasn't really come your way. So fair play to you for getting the result today, mate. I'm really chuffed for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been consistency, but massive congrats to Jack as well. His pace was phenomenal, and he was so fair and clean. I knew when he got alongside, I wasn't going to fight him into the S's, so... I hoped to stay with him, but I knew that was a small chance. But he was mega today.
Yeah, he was. And he's been mega all series, to be fair. So you've really come up against a guy in form.
Yes, I did. But yeah, amazing. And thanks for doing all this.
That's all right, mate. Enjoy it. So, but Paul Ricard, I was commentating a race on Saturday. That Bentley is shocking round there. So every chance you've got there next week.
Well, I'm shocking around that, so
okay.
It's probably my worst track. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for that.
Well, if you want to pull one back, that's the one to pull one back on the Bentley at least, because they seem to have the pace around there tonight. I mean, they just seemed awesome. But the Astons as well were flying as well. So
yeah, because teammate UC did well as well.
Yes,
all up in the top 10, quite a few Astons. So yeah, it feels good and comfortable around that track. So I like it around there.
Good stuff, James. Anyway, congratulations today, mate. I'll let you get off, but I really appreciate you coming into the commentary box and sharing your thoughts, and best of luck for the rest of the season, mate.
Thank you very much, and thanks for hosting it, mate.
No worries, mate. Take it easy.
You too.
There's James Mead there, telling us about his finish today. I say he's been really consistent throughout all the races this season so far, and good to see him getting such a good result there today. So anyway... on Sunday we are back with the immense touring cars. If you didn't see Sunday's championship race or races, they were so engrossing. I messed the stream up, and not only did I mess the stream up, I didn't even know the race had finished. I was still commentating on the warm down lap. It was that engrossing. Join us for that on Sunday for the next round from Brno. That's going to be epic watch as always. I mean, the driving in that, I mean, you thought the driving today was good, which it was. The driving in the World Touring cars is just as good. Same people driving. Well, some of the same people. Ryan's there. We've seen Clive Britton, who's in the chat today. He's currently leading that championship. A few of the other boys, Martijn Kennens, Tom Cahonen. They're all the race room boys, and they're taking that championship by storm and doing a great job. So pop along on Sunday to watch at the same time, 8 p.m. for qualifying. And then we're back next Wednesday, as we said, from Paul Ricard, for round 4 of the PitStop UK and RR Leagues get together, mash up, whatever you want to call it, the World Leaderboard Championship, whatever. Oh, leaderboard, that's what I meant to say, that's why I got it wrong. Our new leaderboard started today as well. If you think you've got what it takes to be a sim racer, and that goes to everyone listening to this stream, go and have one chance to have a go at our leaderboard this month. We do a monthly challenge. If you hop on over to the RR leaderboard in our Discord, if you've got Race Room installed and you can drive it, honestly, this is going to be the most fun you've ever had. Hot lapping around Bathurst in, wait to be announced. In fact, it should be announced now. Has he got it up on the info? Let's have a look. Don't want to jump the bet. I jumped the gun. No, it's up there. Group 5 cars. So all those cars from the 70s and 80s had about 55,000 brake horsepower. Drive those around the mountain. Show us how good you are and post a lap time, and you can win some VRP courtesy of RR Leagues. So hop on over and have a go at that and see how you get on. Anyway, enough from me. Thanks you all for watching as always. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this with us. If you haven't liked the video and you did enjoy the stream, please give us a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, then give us 2 thumbs downs. Always works. And we'll see you on Sunday for the WTCRs. Enjoy the rest of your week, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you on Sunday for that. Take care, and thanks again for watching. Cheers, guys.